welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do another review. This time it's going to be in the Juicy Couture, basically wireless headphones. You can find these at Ross is where I purchased them. I believe it was about $14.99 if I'm correct. Yep, $14.99 over here. And I figure, you know what, let's try a name brand company and give them the benefit of the doubt and see what kind of headphones that they can actually make. Anyway, with that being said, let's hop right into this review and see what comes inside the box. All right, guys, so let's talk a little specifications before we even open these up. 10 meters is roughly the Bluetooth distance that you can actually have these connected. Keep in mind that if you're going through walls, if you're upstairs or downstairs or there's walls between you, that does actually affect your Bluetooth range. In addition to that, it takes 2 to 4 hours to fully charge it, depending on how charged the battery is. And in addition to that, you get 3 to 4 hours of playtime. Now that 3 to 4 hours basically varies. If it's at 100% all the way turned up, you probably get 3 hours. If it's at 70%, you probably get about, or 80%, 3.5 or so, and it's probably at 50 or so, 50 to 60%. Realistically, you'll get about the full 4 hours. So with that being said, since it's lightweight, let's go ahead and open up the box. So first thing you see is right here. These are all your, wow, there's actually buttons there. Okay, I was not expecting that. So it looks like it actually has the option for an aux cable, micro charging, it has different play modes, the actual plus and minus buttons, which we're going to take a look at that, and the power itself. This is the headset. Let's go ahead and rip this bad boy out. Underneath, you do have your aux cable right here, as you can see. That's what you actually need to use it if you decide to not use the Bluetooth feature. Aux cables is basically in case you decided to use this as corded headset, meaning if you didn't want to turn on the Bluetooth or if it wasn't charged, you would still be able to actually use the headset. In addition to that, you do have the micro USB right here, as you can see. So micro USB, unfortunately, is what this headset used, but a lot of these Ross Burlington co-factory headsets still use them. And if we're being honest, I think a lot of them get older recycled products and they basically sell them in their stores. So that's just something to be aware of whenever you buy these products. So let's push this right here, as a matter of fact, so we can keep the little instructions here, and let's talk about this headset. So, very cheaply made, the first thing I'm going to say. Very, very thin right here. You do not have any type of material to protect the top of your head, meaning this probably won't feel that good on the top of the head, but we're going to do a little sync test and all that good stuff in a moment. The jewels right here, I'm going to be honest, is cheaply made. It's like this, it's like they have a film and it kind of like a sticker and stuck it on. Like you can literally feel the glue between the actual headset right here, which I had to push this back down. This feels disgusting. if we're being honest, I know that normally if you watch my reviews, I don't talk badly about a product, but this feels so cheaply made right here. Like this definitely feels, so a lot of the Five Below headphones feel like, even though they look cheap, they feel like they have a better feeling. In addition to that, I'm getting a lot of, I don't know if this is glue. Snip my finger. Yeah. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ. Let me put this down. And the reason I'm putting this down, I can actually smell the glue, or it's like crazy glue on this actual headset. That's a very, very poor design choice. Like it's sad that these companies that are once upon a time wealthy, or Juicy Couture, maybe it's still a wealthy company, I'm not too sure about it. You don't really see it as much anymore. At least in regular department stores you do, not so much specialty stores. But the headset that they made, well, the cushions actually feel nice, believe it or not. But every time I put this near my face, I actually got a little bit dizzy because I actually smelled like crazy glue or some type of glue. Gorilla glue, crazy glue. It's around those lines where it's actually like affecting my senses, and I had to put this thing down because it's getting to me. But with that being said, very simple headset. As you can see, there are no physical buttons on this headset, it looks, but when you press the right side end, here we are. Wait, what side is this? Left or right? I'm trying to figure out what side is which. It doesn't exactly have a left or right side. I don't know, but we're going to go ahead and just hold it like this. So the side that actually has the headphone jack the power charger, that's the side with the clickable buttons. Apparently this has the ability for different modes where you can actually put a SD card inside of this, and you would be able to play music from an SD card if it wasn't connected to a actual portable Bluetooth device. But for today's purposes, I am going to go ahead and actually play this once I sync it, of course. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. So right here, it looks like if you hit this side, it's previous. Next song, there's a play button. It's a power button. Oh my goodness. Like there's actually no indicator whatsoever on this. Okay, so right here is the indicator. If you look at the picture, you have to look at this side, which is insane in my opinion. But I'm going to go ahead and assume this is the left side, because normally when you put headphones in, the charger port never faces the front, it normally faces the back. So that's what I'm going to assume. So over here is change song or volume down. Right here is volume up, change the song. Up here in this little section right here would be power. Down here would be play mode and auxiliary cable. So this is something you would have to get used to without the actual buttons. You wouldn't even know, without the instructions, you wouldn't even know how to turn this on. That's how ridiculously poor this thing was made. So let me go ahead and see if I can power it on. Okay, so it power on this pairing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is already in pairing mode. I don't even see, okay, so the blue light indicator here lets you know that it's in pairing mode. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, you probably hold the button and it puts it in pairing mode. So I'm going to go ahead and cut away, sync to it, and then we're going to go do a music test. All right, guys, so right here, this is me actually talking to you through the audio recording of the headset itself, and me looking all glamorous. This is how the headset looks. I'm currently at work right now, so that's why I'm doing this. But this is how the headset looks right here on top of the head. I can honestly say that it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. Doesn't feel bad if it's adjusted properly. The issue is that, like I said, originally opening the packaging, that this headset reeked of crazy glue. Like they just cheaply put it together manually, and I don't know where they did it, in some dark basement without looking. And it doesn't, I mean, aesthetically, it will be pleasing to some, and it's $14.99 and it's cheap, so some people will be fine with it. But on the other hand, for people that want quality of music, if we're going to talk about quality of music, this is garbage. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it or say that this is good or it sounds decent. This is disrespectful for a company, and I don't care if they make clothing or not. The fact is they have more than enough resources to make a decent headset or incorporate a company that's able to make a decent headset and stick their name on it. This is junk. The quality is very low bass. It's very muffled. Like when I listen to some of my Euro beats, it sounds really, really bad. And I said, good Lord. Like I listen to these beats all the time. It's just awful. Like this is not a good headset. Now, granted, it does have a little bit bass. I'm not saying that it's necessarily worse than some Five Below headsets. I'm not. The problem is that when I compare a $15 headset, which is only $15 because of where it's being sold at Ross, you got to remember, a headset like this, let me look at the original price of this thing. It's probably at least $30, $40. 25 it says comparable, but we both know that if you walk into a store and see this product, they were selling this for more than just some $25. And it's completely disrespectful to anyone that you know, some people do fall prey to name brands and things like that, and this would definitely be one of those situations. I'm not even going to bother continuing doing a sound test for this because, again, the fact that I took this out of the pack and it smelled like glue, it doesn't mean that all of them are going to be that way. It could just be that I got a particular model like that. That's what I'm hoping. But realistically, go to Five Below and buy yourself a better headset. All right, guys. So lastly in this part of the video, actually, let me put my earbud back in. Totally forgot to do that. One sec. Okay, I'm back connected. I had to connect back to the beats. I'm testing these out again. This is not a good headset. And now, granted, I've come across headsets that have worse sound. Not at Five Below, personally, but I've come across headsets that had horrible sound. This call quality isn't very good. When I did call my wife, again, I don't record my conversations, so I kind of leave that out of the video. But it was muffled. It didn't sound very good, which isn't surprising because the music quality was very, very muffled. Now, what I will say to people, that recording quality, like when you hear me speak into a phone with a headset, the recording quality can sound pretty good for the most part on a lot of these lower end headsets, but it doesn't mean that necessarily the reception on the opposite end is equally as clear. Now, I have tested it out with a few people. I've started doing more extensive tests in these videos to make sure that you guys get a product that you can use comfortably until you find exactly what you want, or just stick to it. And I could not, in good faith, suggest paying $14.99 for this, where if you do not have the box, if you do not memorize the controls, you wouldn't even know where the power button was on this headset. Outside of it just being extremely gaudy, which obviously this is for a particular person that likes these type of designs. Personally, I'm a guy, so I don't care for this. It would be good for that person. Like, if this wasn't so, not even so gaudy, if this wasn't so like the glue and had safety issues, like I don't know how this passed the factory on safety issues, when plainly I had the smell of crazy glue on my hands and I had to literally wash them off because I can taste the remnants and smell it. That's how strong it was when I took it outside the box. That's very telling. Just for safety reasons alone, I could never suggest anyone buying this, because if you buy this for a kid and you know, they open it up and they're touching it, they eat their fingers, eat their boogers. You know, kids do that. They do disgusting things. It happens. Even adults do. And you give them this headset, I would feel some type of way, because it's like they could possibly get sick. Like, I momentarily felt dizzy from how strong the actual feeling of glue was with this headset. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, this is a safety issue. Like I've never seen this before. Like, I've never felt that way, where I open up a headset that is so poorly made that the glue is making me dizzy. I could never suggest this. So if you see this in the store, please, if you see this in the store, even if it is working well, just don't buy it. And if you're buying it for someone else, please open it up, sniff it, touch the parts of the gaudiness, as I call it, and make sure that you don't have any residue in your hand, and sniff your hands and sniff the headset, because again, they're using glue to glue this onto plastic. And they did it unevenly, by the way, where it had pieces actually sticking up on my particular headset, where that's why I was able to smell the glue in the first place. So with that being said, please be safe out there and don't buy this trash. I will see you guys in the next video.